my god, it's so late already. It's freaking, it got warm again, bro. Freaking fall is suspended. Cancel it. Cancel the whole damn thing. We're back to summer. Full on, full blown. It's heating up. I can't stand it. I'm too cold if I'm inside and I'm too hot if I'm outside. The ultimate first world problem. Well, in any case, spooky season, the awkward transitional state between that time, my feeling when you already got all the endings you wanted to get in Silent Hill, and now you're trapped. Yeah, but before all the releases of the games you actually want to play, and now you're obliged to find an interim activity, and that I decided if my schedule simply saying the word grandpa with no further context, like imagining, if you will, the driving along a lonely stretch of remote highway in the wilderlands, and you see on a sun-dappled hilltop, stained red as though with the blood of many men in the westering sun, a billboard which reads only "Grandpa." No further explanation. That's basically what I offered you up, and for that I mean I would apologize, except for the fact that it's very funny, and it is apropos. It's this game I've seen people playing on Twitch before called Growing My Grandpa. It's all I know about it is it's some kind of analog horror-esque, body horror related adventure in grandpa growing. And I don't know any details about the story. I've only seen snippets of it here and there. And you know what? I gotta become better read at my indie horror titles so that I can be more fluent in my recommendations, because every time around this year people are like, well, what are some horror games I can play? What are horror games I can play? What are horror? Everyone always says, you know, Silent Hill this, Silent Hill that, Resident Evil, Spooky Jump Scare Mansion, you know, the same things. All fine recommendations, but I want to be able to roll off with those recommends off the cuff, crazy style. And if I run out of horror games, and if I speed run Shadow and Sonic too fast, I guess we can, if there's still time by Halloween Eve, we'll have plenty of time to dabble with, you know, the newest horror scenario that's been released. We've got plenty of new. We got Pyramid Head. We got Triangle Face. We've got new werewolves. The werewolves these days are considered more sexy. The Group Delou crew is active and aggressive, more so than a thing of arcane horrors. It's more of a niche market for lonely men nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, what the hell was I saying? Oh, the scariest thing now. We can play the new Zelda game featuring the scariest Halloween concept of them all. A capable female protagonist. Ooh, terrifying. All right. Well, what else? What? Oh, man. Wait, hold on. Before I mention, I should at least have the VOD should have evidence of this. I'll have a new ass video out tomorrow. Tomorrow. I've been racking my brains. It's like the point where the editing is done, or rather, it has to be done. It just has to be done. And graphic design is not my passion, so I'm struggling to come up with a halfway decent thumbnail. I think I gotta go with it. I don't know. I just want it. I want it to be rhetorically sound and visually appealing, but I'm not good at either of those things. My goddamn brain. That would be the nice thing, is to have access to some kind of to be able to pay my way separate style, you know, to be able to hire someone to handle that for me and just be able to chat it up, just pop in. That would be the nice thing about full-fledged management. So like pop in, say, hey, you got my graphic guy on the graphic job, and I say yes, and I say cool, and I go back to the hell to sleep. But alas, that is not the reality that we share. I am consigned to doing my own thumbnails, you know, like I said. Ultimate first world problem. This is even transcending that. We're getting into some new thresholds of horror here. And of course, man, what was it? Oh, I rewatched the Emperor Lemon video, the one he did about Jar Jar Binks. I always like that. He's one of my video essay. What's the opposite of a protege? My goal, as they say, like my heroes too. That's not really the word. Why am I losing my ability to convey words? Oh, well, whatever. I guess my brain's not working. I did fall asleep hours ago, and I woke up, and I have that weird state where half my brain is still literally asleep and half my brain's awake, like a goddamn dolphin. Let's hope that's all the dolphinic traits I take on. I'm gonna go ahead and protect myself and say that's just an echo joke. In any case, I'm gonna say it's an allusion to that horrifying dolphin furry character that pops up on the internet once in a while. Well, they're not invited. They're not invited to this bat mitzvah. But I always like how he manages to take a topic, even when you're not personally that interested in, and finds an angle, a subtle angle, an interesting talking point that I just really never considered. This idea that he sold the franchise to prove a point about the value of his creativity, even when the ideas were not well received. I mean, that's actually kind of, it's sad and beautiful in a way. I like that idea. Jar Jar is the key to all this. Okay, and now you've seen earnest but ill-received creative endeavors contrasted with the horrifying reality of the soulless Disney media washing machine. And I think, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he has that completely correct every time, but it's like he's onto something with that. The kid always gives me some food for fucking thought. That's great. And, you know, as a long-lived Sonic fan, and, you know, I, like many, have lived long enough to see all that I held dear wither and die before the blood-stained altar of remorseless commercial progress. You know, I know what it's like. So, but, you know, it doesn't take away the originals. You always have the original. Whatever the originals were to you, they'll be that forever, I guess. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Unless you change. Maybe you change. Maybe they change. Who can say? Wah. But that's like two allusions to things being virtually bloodstained. I think I think my head's in an odd space. I think this isn't, I better not countenance this any longer. I think I better not prevaricate. Let's just get on over to game group. Ah, there we go. Classic sounding. Classic grandpa growing tunes. Tunes to grow your grandpa to. Hold on just one moment. I'm gonna fetch some loose. I mean, it was hell of tenebrous in here, which is nice for the mood, but I think it was also interfering with my precious tracking technology. All right, let's see then. Start that shit. Would you like to view the tutorial regarding basic game mechanics? Yeah, let's learn, you and I. Let's learn together. Please read. The game is designed to be played with a mouse. That's what I'm doing. The input required of you is based around clicking the mouse button. The right mouse button will change the cursor's image and function. Oh, a hand toggle. Ooh, a hand toggle. Ooh, toggle. Ooh, a mouse monos. Only when pointing can you, the player, interact with certain menu buttons and prompts. Please click below. Oh, is this the actual? Wait a minute. Is this the little petty hand from the Twitch redeem? Is this what it's from? What the F? My hand makes this exact sound when I grab stuff. I don't know about you. All right, not fucking around. I know what I'm doing. The second cursor mode is indicated by the cursor's image featuring a hand extending off figure. Well, this is an oddly formalized way of conveying this information, but all right. I'm for it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this. This mode concerns interacting with objects inside the world, mainly picking up an object and moving it to another position, like this goddamn garbage. That's it. Oh, man, I'm learning. Okay, we're on our way. We're on our way to growing grandpa. There will be many situations in growing my grandpa that will require you to pick things up, place things, grab things, or give things. Don't be afraid to experiment and keep an open mind about using your hand. Your hand is only open some of the time, but your mind better be open at all times. That's what this game has to say to us. I gotta say, I kind of respect that. The mind never sleeps. Let's get the fuck out of here. In order to expedite the cleaning process, you can use digits 1, 2, and 3 of the keyboard's number row to reposition the trash can. Bitch. Okay. All right. I like that. It's more visible here. Let's go with that. I'm a genius. A variety of video options can be changed. I already tinkered with this. Wow, it's explaining all the nitty gritty. It's like you've never seen a computer before. Press F3 to disable shader effects. Nah, we're good. We're good. It's scaled up by a factor of 2 and the shader is set at low. Well, certainly we don't need to worry about that. Certainly. Because I'm scaling it up and then I'm filtering it back down. It looks all fucked up for spooky vision. All right, let's see. Hovering over the small question marks in the top right. Oh, I don't know if you can even see that. It's okay. Related available configuration options. So I'm going to have to do how. Okay. Thus ends the tutorial. You know what? I feel so proper. Thus ends the tutorial. I respect this. It's kind of thematically consistent. I hope you enjoy growing my grandpa. Infinite thanks to patrons and supporters. Wow. I didn't know this was a Patreon-y. I didn't know. Whoa! I startled me. All right, I'm down with the sound design so far. Okay. I used Adrian during music class today. Oh, I excused Adrian during God. I gotta become literate for this. And spoke with her about her recent string of demerits. It was our first time meeting outside of our quarterly evaluations, and I believe it went well. I can certainly understand Mrs. Richardson's classroom observations concerning Adrian's emotional state. Wow, this is just like Anya from Spy Family. She was, of course, intensely shy when we first met. As I understand it, she is similarly withdrawn in her classroom activities and only speaks or acts when she absolutely must. Oh my God, for real, for real. It's like me at a job or any time I leave the house, in fact. All right. There's this video that I was shown from somewhere. And it's just this guy walking like, I gotta get to my job, gotta get to my job, gotta go. And he's in his suit and he stops abruptly. He's like, gotta work out before I go to my job, gotta work out, gotta earn some money on my way to my job. No one likes it. What's wrong with me? And he's just, it's like, you know, Dutch angles and shaky cam and the guy's just having a mental breakdown. It's me. I gotta remember to link that in the Discord so that you can all see what I am. You can just see my actual life projected in video form. I don't even need to be here anymore. My entire, the circumference of my person has basically been summarized and executed forthwith. Well, in any case, let's see. What is this? So she's just like me for real, for real. Okay. Some things she simply will not do. Instead of participating in mandatory group activities, she will sit alone and accept that she will receive a demerit. At least she stands by her principles, right? And which is a good skill to have because she'll go to the principal's office. Before the meeting, I read Mrs. Richardson's parent-teacher report, which allowed me to estimate some about Adrian's home life. That's odd phrasing, but okay. The parents are well educated and come from a prestigious background, but they lack time to properly nurture Adrian. She's often alone, and when she's not, the parents seem to not understand the importance of warmth and affirmation when dealing with someone so young. I recommend a sabbatical where she grows her survival horror grandpa. She has to grow her grandpa from a seed, a new grandpa, better grandpa, one from humbler beginnings will give her the point of purchase she needs so that her psyche does not slip upon the rain-slick precipice of madness. Having two parents of this reserved and icy temperament exacts an inhibition in a child. The child's imagination is subdued, but only ostensibly, for it eventually finds its way into regular life. I surmise that I would be able to reach out to Adrian by way of make-believe. Let's do it, bro. Oh my God! She's such a sourpuss. I can already see what the problem is. All right. How are you liking your new house? You've told me you used to live close by, but it can still be a big adjustment. A new room, a new school, new pair of shoes, new game console on the horizon. This is looking kind of mid-late 80s, early 90s, maybe even quasi-Victorian. It could be time for the Super Nintendo. How about that brand new Super Nintendo, kid? Are you excited about that? Castlevania 4. Yeah, you'll like it. Come on, let's go watch Power Rangers. The basement. I like that. The basement, like one of those furnished 70s ass basements, all with the wood paneling and a pool table or such as ping pong, a little caddy flush with one of the walls near a staircase where you have like one of those old TVs with the tuners and a Super Nintendo. Is that what's going on here? Am I missing my guess? Yeah, there's lots of cool stuff. Mom and Dad sent me down there. Your mom and dad made you go? Made you go down to the basement? Yeah, man. Down to the playroom furnished basement. Yeah, but there's lots of cool stuff. Well, that's not why they sent me down there, though. Why? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué did they do that? Fighting. They were fighting. Shouting. I came in to help, and they shouted at moi. I said, go clean up downstairs. And so, downstairs to clean up. Why do you clean up, but you go downstairs? Why don't you clean down? Sounds tough. Do they fight a lot? Yeah, rip. No, well, hey, it's all right, Adrian. Maybe you can tell me more about the basement instead. Okay. Well, it was weird at first, the stuff down there, but cool. I found something living. Sort of. Are you telling me that you found a Tamagotchi stowed away there in the basement? Are you telling me you've got a Sega Dreamcast with a running operating copy of Caution Seaman? That's very interesting, Adrian. Please tell me more. Dude, that's such a good line. It's like good. This is good. This is like good fake it till you make it conversational stuff. Just hit them with that. Please tell me more. That's a good way to go. Elicit interest. By indulging her in her fantasies and stories, I was able to glean more of an understanding of Adrian's anxiety surrounding her home and parents. What did she find in the basement? The symbols of Adrian's story seem to carry their own traumatic weight, and her exploration of the basement may very well be a vehicle for the conveyance of her anxiety. Bro, what if it's a cool-ass basement, though? What if there's not, you know, sometimes a basement's just a basement. Whatever might come of our next meeting, whether she will engage in similar make-believe, I will set down her story here. Okay, I thought we were about to say I'll set her straight. I was going to do the funny man thing and misinterpret that as a minatory statement, but, you know, instead it turned out to be more productive. I want to take a drink of tea before I wither up and die like Grandpa. Let's see then. Adrian's story begins with her delving into the basement with a trash receptacle and the goal of cleaning up. Is there going to be like pulse pounding garbage picking up action in this game? She discovered one of the walls was covered in plastic bags. She went to investigate, intent on tearing away whatever they covered. Oh my god. This is Myst. I didn't realize it was a Myst style thing. Okay. Oh. Oh, the trash can, I see. Let's expedite this garbage a little bit. Okay, the all-important trash can mechanic. We've mastered it, bros. Upon removing the plastic trash bags from the wall, she noticed their interior lining was covered in glass. Like a window, I offered. No, like a mirror. Reflecting inwards toward the animal they covered. Are you being poetic, or are they on an animal? I don't understand. I gently asked her what exactly this animal was. Here is where the maternal reality of the story took a turn for the explicitly fantastic and imaginary. Bro, upon her discovery of it, at her gaze, it grew or extended. Its shaggy hair itself, hair like the fur of a dog, I offered. No, not the Tim Allen comedy classic, The Shaggy Dog. This shit was different. Not the fur of a dog, nor the hair of her head. It looks more like an anemone. Or is it just an enemy? It grew out towards her, and the animal's hair reaching out. It was hard, standing almost straight, like the hair on a brush. Or like, just like too much product, just like going at it, just anime, like anime hair, I offered. Yes, she said, quite, just like in One Piece, or such as Bleach. Yes, Bleach. And then we discussed Bleach, and we bonded. I got her out of the house and saved her from neat status. I understood her shut-in anime weeaboo habits. A bristle, I offered. Yeah. So this is kind of like just reading spooky stories. This is like a reading stream. Okay, it's like two birds, one stone. It's nice. She was very afraid at first, but then very curious, as one would be. I asked her what else was in the room. More things hidden away, she said. Things of Grandpa's as well. We've got a title, bro. First, she found a hidden passage under the stairs. Well, that's cool as hell, I offered. Inside were strange dolls, magic objects, naked, faceless figures. Someone's got a brother. Someone's got a brother that's tormenting your Barbies. Gotcha. I heard these cryptic utterances and merely nodded. In order to keep the game of make-believe going, I only pressed for details where I thought necessary. But you can interject with, that's cool as hell. Because it would be. A bit eerie, but it would be cool as hell. The faceless dolls could be a simple metaphor for the anonymity she feels in her own home. The hidden passage, I'm unsure what to make of that. Oh, it just, do not perceive. It's easy enough. The revealing of the concealed seems to be thematic in her fantasy. The door under the stairs is but one example. What about the crazy ass hair? Okay, I can't poke it just yet. All right, let's investigate. Where's these stairs? No, I want the stairs. The stairs. The darkness of the shadowy corner unnerves you. You cannot explore without some form of light. I see. Where is this light coming from? That's what I want to know. Okay. Gotcha. Remember, I'm a very small child. So I can't reach up high. All right. Let's investigate. Let's investigate the trash pile. Huh? I don't see anything that important just yet. Wait. This one's glowing or something. It's got some kind of raster graphics. That might just be old-timey graphic stylings, though. What's this? Oh, this is the mystery staircase. What? Oh, I got some kind of refuse. All right. Some kind of septic leakage. Oh, it's fine to handle that with your bare hands, probably. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine, probably. Once she removed the panel and found the magic hidden passage, she was very specific about what she took. She found a magic book or grimoire, a magic doll or effigy, a photo of her late grandpa, and magic glue. Plot spackle. Star Wars prequels could have used this. George Lucas was looking for this. Oh, these aren't dolls. These are mannequins. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, let's search the shit out of this closet. It's cool, man. Oh, okay. Great weeping piles of refuse. I thought that might be Grandpa. But let's get more of this garbage out of the way and see what other cool secrets we find. All right. Oh, that's the magic book, so-called. Oh, but it's not that. It doesn't look all that magic. It looks like old Macintosh graphics. Huh? Oh, I gotta investigate it with my pointing fingers. Okay. Papers crudely bound together to form a book. Oh, self-published. Oh, the dude rocks the street sheet. Oh, no, we found Grandpa's street sheet from back in his freak-out days. Oh, no, we're about to learn about Grandpa's lost weekends. Oh, no. All right, let's read now. The impetus of this research was the recognition of a particular pattern in fragments of documents relating to magic and magico-religious practices. Is that a word? Magico-religious? Magico-religious would be a good stage name. Hello, yes, I am Magico-religious Johnson. Numerous sources were drawn from commentaries on laws relating to the banning of sorcery and necromancy, compilations of folk charms related to love spells, hagiographs of saints and their encounters with devils. Bro, it's kind of like a live streamer. It's kind of like a drama VTuber. It's kind of like documenting the news in the VTuber industry. The list spans many centuries and a great distance, from the Levant to the Khazar Khaganate to the border of the modern nation states of Russia and Kazakhstan today. Bro, I wonder if that little, so this does take place in the 90s, right? Okay. So post-Soviet era, or maybe before. I don't know. If there's still Khaganates and stuff. But I wonder if that little cafe with the glowing crayons is still there. Near the magic. From this paper trail arose a consistent account about a certain form of magic relating to the binding of demons to a sorcerer's will. A demon called the Heaven of Needles, or the Angel of Needles, was known to be kept best by shamanic keepers or wards who suffered from face blindness. Prosopagnosia. I've heard of that, actually. It makes it really hard for people to watch modern-day TV because everybody looks the same even to normal people. But if you're face blind, what is it? Prosopagnosia. Oh, agnosia. Okay. Prosop face. Pro is first. Sop, Usopp, Pros. Is that why the character is in One Piece is named that? Is Usopp based on the same etymology? I'm thinking about this too hard. Let's just proceed. Okay, whether by birth or through developmental causes like a stroke or a head injury. So if you got prosopagnosia, you can summon a demon called Heaven of Needles or the Angel of Needles. Okay. It was known to be extremely effective but terribly dangerous, so much so that it became outlawed several times and was generally a popular scapegoat relating to unexpected deaths. Okay. So there's papers about how to summon such a demon. And if you're bad with faces, you're really good at talking to demons. I wonder if that'll factor into Andy and Lele. Can't wait for that to pick back up. We'll jump headlong into that. You better believe it. I think I'm allergic to good weather, though. This nexus of magico-religious meaning-making, sorcery regarding human-related desires, and the history and science of neurological disorders related to this fusiform gyrus is where the subject of this dissertation will reside. I will outline further and then analyze the historical sources I mentioned previously. Then I will go into the neurology of mystic and magical religious experiences. After that, I will detail my ongoing correspondence with a resident of the Ural Mountain region who is an expert folklorist and keeper of traditions he claims have been passed down through his extended family for generations. Bro, I hope you get an Ural. Those things are kind of cool. Those are kind of cool motorcycles. I've only ever seen one once. No, why do I have to investigate the glue? Fine. Huh. Photo of my late grandfather. Bro, I told you. Look how young. This is completely going to be his last weekend phase. You're going to hear about him raising hell at the clubs in Los Angeles. And then driving all the way up to Colorado just to menace a dude at his gate. What is he, a podcaster now? Yeah, let's take a doll. A slouching doll. Its material is rough and coarse. It kind of looks like corduroy, dog. I interrupted to ask what she did with these magical, mysterious materials. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "Enough of the alliteration, motherfucker. You're not impressing anybody." And I felt a little bashed. I realized I don't need to be showing off to a child. It's beneath me. It's ridiculous. It's a little bit risible. I had to concede that point. It's a bit risible. Hold on. I feel like I should be wearing the smart guy out. I need the glasses. No, that's not it. That's wintertime. There we go. Now we're ready. Now I'm ready for the town. I'm ready for a night on the town with my, I can have the vest. I can have my vest back on. Why not? There we go. I need the peepers. I can't read without my peep. Okay. I interrupted. I alliterated at her. "Grow grandpa," she explained plainly, and then without missing a beat, she continued on with her story. Like it. Good storytelling. What's a mystery? She knows exactly where to provide details and where to pull back. It's like strategy. It's like poetry. It rhymes. It's like songwriting. Feeling this was a potent symbol, I stopped her again to ask what she meant. Oh, come on. Don't interrupt us with weird details. Somewhat puzzled, I did not understand immediately. She explained slowly, as though I were the idiot. No, she's like a Twitter user. It's like talking to a presumptuous Twitter user. Let me educate you. Educate yourself. Hashtag grandpa. Hashtag grows. Grandpa hashtag lives in the hashtag cage in the other room. The cage behind the door. They grew people in the hashtag cage. Get on my level. Do better. You condescending prick. Okay, those are just lighting effects. Okay. Where's this cage? I don't understand. I'm looking for the cage in the other. Oh, here we go. We can now go through the door. A hastily written note. Why did my parents send me down here? What the hell's wrong with them? No, wait. Where's my hastily written note? Oh, shit. Oh. Lab orientation? Oh my God, look at all these doors. Samples exposure to some of our neuronal activity is unavoidable. However, the speed at which the desirous yield is produced, desirous yield with scare capitals. Oh my God, this is like how I write tweets. And this is why I don't grow very much on social media. I am this game. This game is me. I've found my home. Is produced can be dampened by several precautions regarding libidinal and emotional urges. Keep conversation not related to lab work to a minimum. Oh, that's just a really roundabout way of of getting people to focus on their work and not dilly-dally and be on their phones and stuff. If you begin to suspect you are developing attachments to your colleagues, contact me as soon as possible. Man, that HR department plays hardball. Let me read it. For the sake of university policy, hello, P-File Gamer. How are you? Are you getting spooked by the spooky story? I'm loving it so far. And health of any future career you hope to have, you will abide by the non-disclosure contract you have signed. We're just signing up for a VTuber agency right now. Do not break the anthropoidic vacuum without my prior consultation and approval. Man, is this like what getting a real job at a corpo is like? Any corpo, I mean. Any anthropoidic forms brought into the enclosure area must not be left unattended. When not in dormancy, the sample will attempt to take anthropoidal shells. Please see shell notes for more on that. Okay. Is the kid explaining all this to the slow coach guidance counselor or what? Ritual behavior with the sample, trading, bargaining, will result in dismissal from the project. Okay, don't trade or bargain. The precise mechanism of the exchange of symbols and gifts required for a requested desirous yield is not known, and even then, anecdotal accounts of success are blah, 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 end in violent death. Shit, player, we're going to become the bear monster from Gemini Home Entertainment. I still haven't seen Neptune in the flesh. I've only seen as far as Saturn. Okay, let's see. What? No, I meant to read that. How do I read? How do I read past notes? Change cursor color schemes, that's all? Oh, man. What happens if I miss... What if I skip something by accident? How do I go back and read? Beyond the door, in the room, the cage was hidden, concealed in another cloak of inward-facing mirrors. Oh, my God. This is some SCP shit. A hidden cage lined with mirrors. It is strange, almost poetic. The elaborate fantasy of self-reflection, concealment, captivity. Or maybe she just found a creepy hidden laboratory, dude. Damn. It's so hard to believe about this. I want to know where she has this convenient hammer space trash bin. I wish I had one of those. Damn. At the cage, she finally cast her quote-unquote spell. Ugh, this guy's kind of condescending. He's getting on my bad side. I'm not going to lie. I was on his side at first, but now I'm starting to think he's a little bit of a tool. You're a tool, boy. It was confusing, she confided, at first. Yeah, you get the hang of it. The black arts are a bit of a learning curve, you know, just like content creation, just like streaming. You gotta just take it a step at a time. She took the magic doll, the magic glue, and the photo of her grandpa, and she combined them. And she wished very hard. Oh, so it works like Silent Hill. Combine, use. I can only assume in this fantasy that next her wish would come true. In what child's story would it not? You know, sad one. Oh, bro, we're here. Do we tap on the bars? Okay. Particular human representation. Generic human figure. Oh, I got it. Bop. Bop. Glue that shit. No, that's intuition. This kid's smart. It wouldn't have occurred to me to glue the picture onto the face. Well, I mean, maybe those prompts would have hinted it a bit. A tangible symbol of intention and desire. It's a little grandpa doll. She put grandpa in the cage, assuming that was part of the ritual. I'm sorry. She was not clear on how it worked. Didn't you read the lab notes? What precise instructions she could glean from her grandfather's magic book was complicated by her reading comprehension. Ah, yeah. No, that's relatable. Same. Exactly the same. She wished with all her heart, and then she told me she waited a while for anything to happen. After that time, she began to cry. It's just getting more relatable by the moment, dude. It's just the most relatable plight. I cried really hard, she said. I wanted Grandpa to be back. I wanted my parents to stop being so mean. A classic familial disagreement. You know, it's like, you know, finances, family, religion, and growing humanoid homunculi in your basement. Those are the things you need to make sure you're on the same wavelength about those things before you go and get married. Because it causes a lot of trouble in a relationship, you know? You don't want to have that conversation afterwards. You know, you want to have that talk early on. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, right? But you got to, before you have kids especially, you got to sit down and be like, okay, where do we stand on growing hideous simulacra mockeries of God's creation in our own basement? And, you know, most likely you'll both say no. No, unless it's really cool. It hurt me. It hurt me wish for Grandpa to come back, for my parents to be different. I could feel it through the walls, and it felt me through the air. All right, let's see how it goes. I asked her what exactly she meant. She could only repeat what she said. She's not so good at explaining herself. You know, that's what checkups are for. By this time, lunch was almost over. I said goodbye to Adrian, and she left to rejoin her class. What? It's a cliffhanger. I was left to consider our conversation. I believe the storytelling strategy I have employed was not unfruitful, but I must probe deeper if I can. To the fan wiki! Although I can be sure of nothing, I interpret the impressions I get may begin to help me get an idea of the right questions to ask. Wow, dude, it's just like trying to navigate the matriculation process at a community college. Knowledge you acquired this week has given you access to certain topics or keywords you can discuss with Grandpa. Oh, Jesus! Oh my God, that scared the hell out of me. Okay, wish. Consider discussing this with Grandpa. Emerges. Emerge is a strange method of proambulation for Grandpa. I look forward to finding out how that works. You have also gained the following keyword. Shell. Wow, it's just like near replicant. Oh, I guess we are kind of making a replicant. What is it with replicants and magic words and books? It's like those things just go together, like peanut butter and jelly and evil hell magic. Okay, we'll discuss shell. I guess Grandpa worked for the oil conglomerate. Okay, makes sense. And wish. Okay, would you like me to buy you something on the internet? I met again with Adrienne in order to address her emotional outbursts in the past few weeks. It is our second time meeting, and while it is standard practice to have multiple sessions with a troubled student, as I assembled a report for a counseling department, I could not help but think, as we sat down in my office, that Adrienne already seemed to show a remarkable change in self-esteem and confidence, and perhaps my and Mrs. Richardson's estimation of her emotionally disturbed was erroneous. Bro, you'd be amazed at what happens when you get a good hobby that you look forward to, when you have like something to work on, right? Just having a project. It helps you get through the grindy hours of the day, right? Crappy job, going to school, stuff like that. You got to come home. You got to have like a long-term goal that you can always work on. And whether that happens to be like, you know, art, family, growing your grandpa in a hideous basement dungeon, it's like whatever, man. Once you're invested, it makes all the difference, bro. Trust me. This game has good lessons to teach. All right, she seemed to hold herself differently than last week. However, this only lasted as long as our conversation pertained to initial introductory pleasantries. When I began once again asking about her parents, her feelings regarding her new school and her new home, she quickly lost what new confidence she had gathered up and withdrew again into herself. Rats. So once again, I partook in some collaborative make-believe, but this time I was aided by the fact that I had managed to do some research into Adrienne's grandfather, and I had some insight into what she might actually be finding in the basement. Now, this may be overstepping my bounds. Some as a school counseling caseworker, bro. This guy's actually working pretty hard. He's earning his paycheck a little. But this was all in the service of making Adrienne comfortable and happy in this learning environment. I just wanted to learn algebra, bro. Doing long division and fractions and shit. Yeah, it's hard to do that when you're thinking about growing grandpas, you know? If I have one partial grandpa, y equals mx squared. At what point will, etc., you know? In any case, I was able to dig up information regarding the grandfather by inquiring at the university in town. Not that I make it a habit of sleuthing. I don't mean to brag here, but, you know, I got my ways. A little Google foob here or there, you know? I know how to use the minus, parentheses, you know? Exclude keywords you don't want in the search. But I had a suspicion the grandfather was a professor there, or at least some sort of researcher, due to the fact that the newly constructed laboratory on campus I drive by every day bears his name in memorial. That's a good clue. It's a clue. A regular Sherlock. He was some sort of anthropologist or linguist or neuroscientist. He's like J.R. Tolkien with a lab coat. I did not have to dig that deep before the scope of his work became dizzying and I ran up against the limits of my undergraduate education. I wept bitter tears. I felt inadequate. I felt straight up cocked, in fact. But back to the story of make-believe. Here we are. What's your grandpa like? Is he a smart man? Not anymore, but I'm teaching him. So he's grown a good deal then. You've been feeding him well? Yeah, he's getting bigger. But he has a lot of room in the cage. He's still behind the bars? Yeah, well, he might be able to climb out eventually. There's this vent in the ceiling. Uh-oh. Well, perhaps if he climbs out, I could meet him someday. Yeah, maybe. But he's not ready to leave. He can't take care of himself. I have to feed him. Pick up after him. You store your food in your lunchbox? That's nice of you to share. You can almost talk. Almost. Conversation time. It's time for Zatsu. Grandpa Zatsu Simulator. You can't speak with him? He doesn't have a mouth so much. But then how do you feed him? Oh, he has a mouth on the outside, on his shell, or the stuff that is his skin. I'm a little confused. Maybe you can walk me through a typical day with the old grandpa, When do you start throwing the baseball around? Bro, Dog Zone, why is your office the creepiest place in the universe? Why is your office an infinite tenebrous void? That's what I would like to know. I asked her to explain how exactly she goes about growing her grandpa. And Adrian began another tale. According to Adrian, in the week that had passed, much had changed in the basement. Oh, here we go, bro. All right. What's this now? Oh, something's different. The hairy thing that was here before is gone. Oh, is that a vent? Okie doke. Gotcha. Go see Grandpa. All right, fine. We'll see Grandpa. We'll see him right away. Wake up, Grandpa. Ooh, it was scary at first. The way he moved, the way the doll's skin covered him. I wanted to interject, but this somehow seemed inappropriate. So I kept listening. Good instincts. I want to hear more. What's so hard to understand? When I look at him, she continued, when I think about him, he grows and moves. It's like he's growing for me. So he's growing bigger now, I asked. Yes, she said. Bigger every day. Yeah, see, this is why The Sims was invented. Women love The Sims. Oh! The thing in the other room was a grandpa-like. This begins the actual growing part of growing your grandpa. Beneath the doll's burlap. Oh, it's burlap. Okay, I thought it was corduroy. I'm sorry. The follicles knit together what resembles a proper person, your grandpa. And that's pretty cool. You are in charge of its cognitive development and diet until it's able to sustain itself. Currently, you're observing Grandpa. Please click the arrow back button below for a brief tutorial of your duties as caretaker. Bro, this is like Seaman. Here we can see a variety of options regarding growing your grandpa. Okay. Oh, you need to feed him and teach him. Highlighted in red are objectives related to feeding and teaching Grandpa. Important messages regarding Grandpa's recent activity also appear here. Okay. 0 out of 2 acceptable foods eaten. Okay. 0 out of 2 words taught. Find vocabulary cards to help Grandpa speak. Okie dokie. You'll need to find food and learning material before you can move on to the next week. Okay, gotcha. Some foods will make him happy. Others merely content. Some food will make Grandpa disgusted to the point of nausea. We don't want that, do we? Unless it's like a Digimon thing where if you took really, really bad care of it, it would turn into Numamon, and then somehow there was a chance it would evolve into the teddy bear, and that was like the single most powerful creature in the entire game. And he is made of burlap, so he is kind of like halfway there. He is basically a Nuigurumi of some kind, right? Learning materials also scattered throughout the basement. Seek out vocabulary cards. Yeah, but flashcards don't work. I don't like that. Options highlighted in red are related to navigating around Grandpa's enclosure. Go to Grandpa option will let you perform all actions directly related to Grandpa. Okay. The study corner will let you go over any documents you picked up. Oh, good. Okay, that's where I read the missing documents. Kitchen will let you search for food in the old refrigerator and prepare food, Grandpa. Okay, help, save, exit. Gotcha. That's not my first time, bros. More buttons may appear. We can unlock features. Gotcha. Final note, take care to explore the basement at your leisure. However, due to the entropic nature of clutter and trash, different weeks may allow you to find things you had not previously discovered. Okay. What? Let's save the game real quick. Let's find some food. What's in the fridge? There's a nanner. Okay. First try, bro. Looks edible. Okay, it's a lettuce. Lettuce. Orange, you glad I let us eat bananas? Okay. Well, how do I go about nannering these nanners? What? Okay, great. How do I prepare these? Well, hello, said his dude. How are you? I'm preparing a banana for my grandpa. This is a very wholesome game. Don't worry about a thing. Maybe I can't prepare it yet. What's in the study corner? Okay. Examine educational posters. Look over documents. Orientational. Hastily written note. Yeah, please let me read it. Let's see how it goes. Okay. I have repeatedly called your homes to no avail, and so I am forced to leave this here for you all. I found William sitting in the corner of the enclosure area, seemingly severely concussed. Whiskers was gone, and none of its usual hiding places. I immediately suspected the worst. The project thus must be suspended for now. I hope you're happy. I am leaving up the usual mirrored coverings that we use to keep the anthropic void sealed. I have done my best to lock up everything on such short notice. It's a hasty fix, but it will require some time to find a more permanent remedy. I'm honestly hoping you do not find this note, as I intend to lock the house down too. I intend to race off to retrieve your lockbox keys. And don't worry about William's key. It and the rest of his equipment is almost certainly deep within Whiskers now. I pray you do not enter this room. No matter how it may appear, William cannot be helped and is only being kept alive as a means of continuing predation on the rest of us. Oh, that must have been the Wiggly we found in the other room. That's William. William's gone, I guess. I'll say once again, no matter what state you may encounter William in, he cannot be helped. I have sympathy for the young man, I truly do. But I found on his person several photos of his late sister, which would imply certain risks he knew he was taking. The fool! Our extant research materials have now become possible liabilities, either criminal or professional in nature, so I have stashed them away. I believe I let you all know how I might do this if we were ever to experience an event such as this. I hope you all remember what I told you. Assail! My man literally said William died trying to resurrect. He went full metal alchemist, and now that we're all dead, he straight up says "Assail," and he's out. 35 billion. Feeling weird. Before I went to bed, I got a high fever and my thoughts are all jumbled. You have a weird tingling sensation in your entire body, an infection or something. Oh man, I hope it's not the Ronid. A lot of people have been mentioning the Ronid lately. It's taking a last stab at us. It's taking it's a little back. It's like growing grandpa. It's coming back at it again. A Krispy Kreme. Sounds like you might just have a run-of-the-mill flu, though. I have that weird feel. Well, I haven't really had it so much since I was a kid, but like that weird feeling where it feels like your hands are clasped on something even though they're not. That's like kind of must be a nervous thing as your body reacts. Bruh, I don't know. I guess you gotta do unlike the Vtubers and remain hydrated and sagaciously rested. Let's see. I only got all that stuff already read. I was just reading the one I accidentally screwed up. What the hell? Doctor's notes. I got a cup of tea. Good. Whoa! Hold on. I can't turn into the grabby hand. Okay, I guess we don't need the medical imaging device just yet. Let's see. Let's explore the basement for a while. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, there's a bulbous growth, a trash pile. What should we investigate first? Let's keep looking. I need lights. Okay, great. That corner's too dark. Ooh, a new trash pile. Let's do this. All right, so the goal of the game is to root through all this horrible garbage and look for precious items that may avail our attempts at growing our grandpa. Do feel better now. 4 hours ago. Oh, the stuff was intense. Might have to go to work, though, because I don't think it's good if I get any more sick. Yeah, I know that scene. Getting sick right away and feeling like you're not quite up to it. As long as you're well rested, that's the big one. Sleep early, sleep often. Bro, I got woken up earlier this morning by a freaking propane truck that was just parked on the street pumping gas to buildings. And I'm sure, like, first of all, okay, I appreciate the humor of it because it's you know, Hank Hill is smiling upon me. But boy, I got 3 hours of sleep because of it. And now I had to I ended up dozing off in the late afternoon, and I woke up in that dolphin-minded state where half my brain was still asleep. That's always a tough one. That's always weird. It's 5 a.m. Hey, you know what? Doesn't matter which specific hours, as long as they add up. As long as they add up to a refreshed brain. Hey, look, fiberglass insulation. This isn't really food. We'll try feeding him that later, maybe. Well, that'll be a last resort. We'll see if the banana works. That's my first idea. Hey, what's the painting got? What's the deal with this painting? Whoa, baby. Look at that. This. The half-sleep. Yeah, Half-Life. Half-Life 2. Half-Life Episode 3. That's what that was. It was the dreaded sleep inertia, where I just felt like I was up and I could walk, but I felt groggy and couldn't focus. It's just like weird. It's a weird altered state of consciousness. Ooh, radiographic images. I know what to do with these. Okay. Secret pictures inside of the picture. So you're buying a computer with your computer. It's in the bottom drawer. Okay, I need a key of some kind. Okay, what's in the top drawer? You gotta just root through the trash until we find some. Oh, there's a face. I see a humanoid face there. Okay. No two ways about it, bro. Ooh, a series of hideous doll faces. At least I assume they're dolls. Oh, the space will not be dirty again until next week. Hey, look at me. I did a good job. These are not useful, but what's this? Let's read it now. I'm not busy. Before we begin, he had us all cover our faces completely. An earthenware pot was blurp. And on the inside, as we stole brief glances at it, we could see the interior was inlaid with mirrors. The gave it small pieces of dough, spoiled food, chicken feed, keeping it content. Oh, okay. Let's take notes. Small pieces of dough, spoiled food, chicken feed. Okay. So it seems to like spoiled food, chicken feed. Okay. The keeper gestured towards the small bag where the food composted and told us to be careful not to feed it any meat. Okay, no meat. Can't give it a taste for meat. Gotcha. I asked if the rotting food was enough to sustain it, how it might get nutrients from any of this. The keeper regarded me seriously. Seriously? And said it did not matter what it was fed. The act of feeding itself was what mattered. The act of feeding flesh is another act, however. He then gave me another series of grave warnings regarding not keeping any animal-derived foods near where I might be keeping it. Okay, animal-derived. Okay, important. Nothing animal-derived. This thing is full vegan. We're going full vegan on this noise. All right, gotcha. At most, maybe such as some milquetoast, maybe a bit of curry, maybe some wheat germ. That's about it. What the fuck is that? Blueberries! Blueberries! We can mash the blueberries and the bananas together. Where's all this fruit coming from? Okay. Oh, let's see. I can't go in the secret room again. What's up with that shit? I see something already. A simple paper doll. Well, if I cast spells, maybe that'll help. I'm not sure what we're going towards, but we're going towards something. This definitely has some Gemini home entertainment vibes. This game, saddest dude, is a fun-filled little exercise in observation, puzzle solving, and logical thinking called Growing My Grandpa. It's it's a fun little, it's a little, it's just, we're just, tending. Well, let's see. Oh, you know what? Okay, there's nothing I can do with that yet. Okay, let's take a look let's see how Grandpa's doing. Nice. I love the little effects. This is like a Sega CD game, but good. So let's go to feed him first. Preparing the food. All right. Wait, hold on. Would I be needing? Okay. Conceal? The installation is concealed in the browning banana. All right, let's see how this goes. Go to Grandpa. Feed him. Would you like to view the tutorial before you start? Okay, let's see how we feed this guy. Very similar to my... You know what? Honestly, the main character of this game... Actually, it's confusing because there's sort of two main characters, but let's say the deuteragonist is basically just me. You know, that's always good when you're playing like weird eldritch horror games and all of the characters feel very, very relatable in every possible way. And then you play like a romance or a you know, what do they call the otome genre, and none of it makes any sense to you. Those games are all people falling in love and hand-holding and so forth. These guys are rooting through garbage in a filthy basement, feeding an eldritch horror fruit that they found. And I'm like, oh, that seems like it makes sense to me. I do that. Anyway. Let's learn how to feed Grandpa. I should have probably done this before, but it said it didn't matter as long as it wasn't meat. Via induction of your unprotected insula, Grandpa has simulated the production of tooth enamel to mimic a human chompers. Okay, gotcha. It will need to be fed through this in order to properly learn and grow. First, you'll need to select an item from the lunchbox. Click on the lunchbox in the bottom right. The contents of the lunchbox will be displayed. Select an item from the lunchbox. Doing so will fill your hand with this item. Note that any food can be put back into the lunchbox by clicking on the lunchbox with a full hand. This is complex. The most complex Grandpa feeding mechanics in video game history, dog. Before Grandpa can be fed, it must judge the food by smell. Oh my. Hover your hand above Grandpa's olfactory bulbs. If Grandpa is pleased, it will allow you to feed it. Most foods Grandpa will accept. However, getting Grandpa to consume other things requires some culinary deception. I already did a bit of it. When Grandpa is willing to be fed, hover your hand over its mouth and click away, son. Grandpa will then consume the food. Good luck on feeding Grandpa. Oh, damn. There's Grandpa, by the way. Let's see. The simplest method of communication. The way to a grandpa's heart is through its stomach. Okay. Let's, blueberries with hard stone-like exteriors. Okay. Left of the, this is the olfactories. Click on Grandpa's nostrils. Okay. Grandpa's enticed by the smell. Uh-huh. Okay, he's enticed. How do I feed? Where's the mouth? Where exactly is the mouth? Okay. It's not working. Why won't it work? Yes. Where's the mouth? It won't work. Why is this not happening? Okay. With a handful of food, Grandpa's enticed. I don't understand. Do I... Like, what? Okay. Left of the mouth. It's left or my left? I don't understand. That's the mouth, right? It says he's enticed. I don't understand it. Do I have to read that tutorial again? Clearly disappointed in the lack of sustenance. It dejectedly looks back to its favorite corner. Oh, okay. Well, help. I'll reread any of the information, please. Oh, it's just explaining this main screen. Okay. Oh, okay. Go to Grandpa. Let you pick up any documents. It's a good idea to learn about the work of people who last occupied the space. Okay, prepare food. This tutorial only. Okay, great. Let's see. Okay. Study corner. Maybe it explains... Oh, hold on a minute. You know what? I got it. I know what to do. Oh, okay. We got new intel. Propagation number 21, day 19 after dormancy. The vacuum broken. Yes. Term of 21 days. Oh, intriguing results with regard to the mimic hypothesis. A participant entered a sealed chamber adjacent to Whiskers' growth cycle 21, which have been freed from the anthropomorphic vacuum, constructed quite economically from plastic and broken mirrors. The first propagation's original earthenware vacuum was shattered during move-in. Between the two, there was a semi-opaque glass panel that allowed observation both ways. Both ways, baby. The human participant was asked to think of someone in the popular consciousness, fictional or no, and cogitate on their image. He thought of Darth Vader, the fool! Personality, face if possible, voice if possible, etc. Our participant chose Jesus of Nazareth, and the weekly repeated exposure to the... Oh, come on. Oh, please. Oh, how pretentious is that? Oh, yeah, I'm thinking of Jesus. And the monster will turn into Jesus. I'm going to create the Messiah in our creepy basement. I would have just gone for Darth Vader, bro. Man of the people. I would have just kept it simple. Simple and relatable. Anyway, imagining's propagation number 20 began forming what resembled an anthropoid Nazarene in the fold of its spines. I mean, if he's grandpa, you know. Let's see. Previous human-oriented tests have always borne out a result that Whiskers would form an anthropoidal team member, be it me, or Dr. Hart, or Gerald, and we assumed it was merely mimicking one of us. Dr. Hart was always content with the desirous yield, or the anthropoid production Whiskers creates when in contact with human beings, has always been based on the conception in relation to the person, though through someone else. Oh, that's confusing. With this framework, the desirous yield is not actually a replica of a person, or if it is only a replica of the fiction of a person generated in the mind of another. So it's kind of a Silent Hill mimic. This desirous yield was not Jesus Christ, but the participant's image of Jesus, assembled from their religious upbringing, religious artwork, depictions in popular culture, etc. The radiograph. Oh, so it's kind of like, what's it called? Persona 5. The underground, the trains. What's it called? Mementos. Dude, cat bus. Make it turn into a cat bus. Well, that'd be kind of horrifying, actually. I was taken right before the destruction of the growth cycle while Whiskers was rendered unconscious via fumigation. Seems like with every successive propagation, the stem cells in the organism work a little faster, but I'm not paranoid. It's technically deathless, yes, but we're burning up whatever knowledge it gained when we incinerate it. I don't believe in magic. Just yet. Let's see. We got more. 6 days. 16 days. What do we got? I want to read notes on all of these cool ass pictures. All right. Feed Grandpa. I don't understand why that didn't work. All right. Okay. Click on it with a handful of food. With a handful of food. Okay. If Grandpa is enticed by the smell, I misread that. Okay, I guess he's just not, I guess he's not enticed. Is he enticed? Okay. Oh. Ooh, okay, okay. It reacted. Finds us palatable? Okay. Ah! Okay, finally. I have to click multiple times. I see, I see. The meal appears to have been sufficient. Alright. I step away from the window, setting the bars, okay. It grunts in appreciation and locomotes towards its favorite corner. I figured the blueberries would be a good first move. 1 of 2 acceptable foods. Okay, great. 0 of 2 words taught. Let's teach him. Oh. I need to find some vocabulary cards. Let's go back to the, let's look around here. Ah, Trash pile. We didn't look in here yet. Hello! Now that's handy. Just what I needed. I forgot to come back and look in this garbage pile right here. Corroded battery. It's not really food. Okay. We just need to feed it stuff that's, well, we can disguise non-food. It doesn't matter. He doesn't need actual sustenance. Grandpa's just, he needs to be nurtured. He needs to feel nurtured. Rooting around in the garbage for vocabulary and words. Oh, something's growing from the wall. Oh, man. You gotta bleach it more often than this. Oh, what is this? My shower? Ha ha ha. Pulsating sac. The slimy membrane that is its skin seems to contain something. Might be, I could open it with a blade. Okay. Grandpa, can you hook me up with a blade? That's a very grandpa-esque thing to do. You know, I need it. Boy needs a blade. Smells particularly strong. Fresh trash. Oh, I guess we're not here yet, but that's the game loop. You just gotta root through all the garbage every day. All clean. Oh, okay, great. I didn't realize there was one more little trash pile. Okay. I need some kind of a blade. And also... Oh, it's still clean. Shit. But I don't... Okay, I have one vocabulary card. I guess it's time to investigate Grandpa, then. Haha! Okay, let's see how it works. This brief tutorial goes over Grandpa. Pronunciation and vocalization. The vocabulary word you picked will appear in the top left corner. In the bottom right corner will be a pentagon that is divided up into 8 sections. Oh, what is this? The Triforce? A section of the pentagon will be highlighted briefly. A notification sound will play, and soon another section will be highlighted. You will control a small round icon that sits above the pentagon by using your mouse. This is very... I don't understand at all. I control a small round icon that's above the pentagon. Okay. The ball is constrained to the limits of the pentagon. Fine. The goal is to keep your icon over the highlighted area and move it as the area changes sections around the pentagon. Oh, I got you. When you hold left click above the correct highlighted area, when you hold left click, okay, the icon will start to vibrate along with the simulated vocal cords and the current letter of your word will begin to turn red. Okay. Keep holding over the highlighted section and adjust your icon as it changes place. Soon the letter will become fully red. It's getting angrier. Okay. After every letter is read, Grandpa will proudly pronounce the word to you, and it will be considered learned. Let's learn him some vocab. Let's get some book learning on Grandpa. No, he never finished the 5th grade, and it doesn't look like I'm going to either. Teaching Grandpa these words will accelerate its cognitive development and lead to further breakthroughs in general intelligence. All right. Let's teach it to say hello. Ah! Where are you? Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. Oh. Okay. Oh. It's a little harder than it looks. I don't know how to... Ah! Okay, it's hard. Being a teacher is harder. You don't realize how hard it is, man. Okay. Is this what being an ESL teacher is like? I should ask somebody who's done it. Anyone who's taught English overseas. Is this more or less how it is? Well, I mean, if you can teach it to an eldritch monster, it must be easier to teach it to, like, kids and businessmen and such, right? Oh, okay, that's the O. I keep missing that one for some reason. I don't know. I can't get that particular one. Okay, I've nearly got the L's out of the way. Okay, I got it. I got it. I'm mastering this. I'm getting good at teaching. I got actual experience now. Now I can go into the JET program. All right. All right. Dinner with friends. Dinner alone. Watching TV alone. All right. That's pretty much the same as that. This is like watching TV alone. Okay. All right. The other L's there. This is a lot of syllables just for hello. Okay, that O is red, bro. Deep within Grandpa, strange membranes phonate confidently. Hello. Nice. This means one down, several tens of thousands to go, and you'll be basically conversing. Don't worry, Grandpa, you got me. You got me. I'm Mr. Vocabulary. Yeah, it's like our first Hello Word program. It's like we're teaching C++. C# or something. Having completed the lesson, you take a look back of the vocabulary module card, and the notes were written. And the notes there written by the administrators of the past. That's a confusing sentence. That was weirdly laid out. Hello, part of vocabulary vocalization module A2 conversational basics, general pronunciation comments, sloppy articulation module comments. We're already encountering some difficulty, as Whisker's subjectivity is so much determined by a diverse and dynamic array of influences. Its attempt to mimic the thoughts and desires it passively intercepts, and these imitations go on to structure the basis of its identity. All I want is to be cool. So maybe this monster will grow up to be cool. It'll be a hip grandpa that takes me to school and gets the popular kids to ask me to the prom. Then I learn a valuable lesson about self-respect. Only later in Whisker's growth cycle does it begin to form an identity, or identities that are coherent and capable of resembling a sane, rational human being when engaged in conversation. One must imagine how hard it would be to converse with someone who is not yet oriented in one particular way toward who or how they are, because they might have 20 different honest answers to those questions, all of them mixed and muddled together. Shit, it's like dealing with a child. Because of this, we have started with the basics of conversation. Greetings, partings, phatic expressions, identifying one another, forming questions, profanity. It is fortunate Whisker's current growth, 19 I believe, has developed a most accurate human mouth simulation. Hello was a bit of a challenge, and it was, and it had failed to develop an adequate organ act as a human tongue. Damn. All right. So I guess we can feed him again. Let's feed his ass. Who's hungry for concealed insulation? Olfactory bulbs. And we'll accept what? Unable to detect a thing? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go into lettuce. If it's enticed, are you enticed? Are you enticed by the lettuce? You've got the right stuff. This is lettuce with a pencil in it. It's a meme. It's an artificial meme. The font is so choppy that it looks like it says fuck. Okay, hold on a minute. I just want to read that message one more time. Accept it for feeding. Okay. Looks like I successfully fed him. Oh, I quickly I ate a little too fast. Oh no, he erped up. Okay. We fed him though, right? Ah. Does it not count? Oh, it doesn't count if he pukes, bro? All right. Looks like I shouldn't have wasted that nanner, bro. Let me find some fucking... Well, let's feed him the lettuce then. Okay. I'll just feed him the lettuce real quick. Go for it. Good old grandpa, always down for that lettuce. Okay. Time to say goodbye. He did it, bro. Okay, so if he throws up, you're not done. All right, bro. Where's the next goddamn vocabulary card? There's got to be one spawned around here someplace. Where do I find it? Where would you find such a thing? I need like 3 or 4 of the shits. This is too slow of a pace. We can't possibly get them conversing at this rate. Examine. Okay. The hairy thing is gone. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Fine, I said. Oh, look. Oh, I think did I not do this before? Did I search the painting and not search the trash pile? I just want to find one more solid vocab card. I want to see what happens next. Ugh. Just a freaking maid for the situation. I'm a maid for this eldritch horror. Okay. It didn't have... It had a secret note last time. Oh shit. What if one of the radiograms has it? Oh damn. I don't even know. I just don't know. I don't know what the rules are yet. I don't know what I can look for, what I can't. Alright, what do we got? The study corner, medical imaging device. One of these things has to have like a vocab card built into it or something, right? We've taken to calling it whiskers, though of course some have interpreted it as hair or needles or quills, but whiskers is more accurate as the needles are really more like suprasensory follicles or suprasensory follicles or spines. Well then quills sounds good. All right. The nerve nets distributed throughout the morphology of these spines resemble those of genus Hydra, but have myelin sheaths that are functionally the same as vertebrae. Did they microscope this bitch? How did they do that? Hello, Starboy. How's it going? That's a very energetic winky face there in the text. I see. It's all red. It's vibrant. It's winking with the best of them. I see. Are you prepared for some subtle spookery? That's what we're up to here today. Let's see. As we can see in the X-ray, each spine is laden with a dense optical arrangement similar to compound eyes. Okay, so they feel and see. Gotcha. The Hydra connection is assuredly worth investigating with regard to the organism's capacity for regeneration and anecdotal deathlessness. It certainly is a robust enough creature to inspire marvel that is not untinged with fear. Okay, I mean, like, yeah, because the Hydra is like a biologically immortal creature, possibly, IRL. That's real-life lore. I like that they're integrating that. Okay. What do we got? Exposure to mammalian forms. Part of a series of zoomorphic influences led to the further understanding of the propagation's ability to simulate the somatic stem cells that constitute fully developed manimals. I write simulate in the previous statement because examining in the tissue of each propagation leads me to believe that its amazing capacity for accelerated growth of vastly different forms comes from its cell-level mutability. Hold on a minute, Duck. Are you saying this thing's so smart because it's so stupid? And yet at no time does it function as the thing it becomes except in the sense that it mimics it. That is to say, when Whiskers is removed from dormancy and replicates a rabbit's morphology, it is not seeing from the rabbit's eyes or smelling from the rabbit's nose, but pretending that it does and doing a very good job of it. Okay, so no emergence here. It's just like an imitation robot guy. It's like it's not the problem with Thelma from Space Cases or Data from Star Trek. This thing is totally unaware of what it's doing. It is not the measure of a man. They can take him to the Angstrom Institute and do whatever they want. Professor Maddox can do just whatever so he pleases to this thing. No ethical quandary. Gotcha. They're not machines. They're human beings. No. Better would be to say they're not machines. They're little grandpa replicants. This radiograph was taken at around growth cycle 4. The strange thing about it was that the subject of the image was found nowhere near the enclosure. It's almost like a piece of Whiskers fell off and scurried into the corner. Oh, it's the thing, huh? I feel like we've learned a lot since then, but at the time, I remember speaking about the morphology being weird, not really even resembling any extant zoomorphic structure, besides maybe a cuttlefish. Bro, what? Then I happened to open the thing up. You happened to do what? Inside were all these little dead amoeba-like things, but they all sort of looked like they had faces. Faces that were just barely there. Like that dress. Oh, barely there faces. Oh, it's one of those gala outfits, eh? I see. After I took the radiograph, I gathered it up and went to go through it. To go throw it, I think they mean, in the biohazard bin. All right, that was the writing's fault, not me. Sounds Xeno snuff for me. Loads bolter. No, we need more of a nail gun. No, I think we need a fire extinguisher for this one. I'm calling blob logic. Blob logic. That's fun to say. The blob, blob logic. Guns don't work. Nukes don't work. Gotta freeze it. Global warming. As I walked by the bars of the enclosure, I could hear Whiskers suddenly going wild, flopping around and grunting excitedly. Could it have smelled the cuttlefish thing? Would it eat its own production? I guess it's technically flesh. Is it baby? Is it just it? Maybe it's the real Whiskers and the thing in the cage is the leftover. This is beyond the scope of the project, but it could be that without the stimulus of an active brain, or more specifically, a healthy and active brain capable of face recognition and theory of mind, Whiskers began to pull whatever it can from the limited data available to it. My, this guy sounds kind of smarmy. Sounds like he's talking about one of us. Sounds like he's talking about us with our limited brains. Sounds like these VTubers share brain cells, am I right? Oh, this is what having a baby feels like. Yeah, the baby starts thrashing around. It wanted the amoeba thing that I found on the floor. Okay, yeah. I think you're onto something with that, Saddest Dude. We're taking care of the baby. I didn't even realize it. GG's, everybody. With not all the fun of raising a baby with none of that pesky sex with a lady stuff. Ew! Anyway, this is not our focus at this time, but I left a note for Dr. Hart just in case he wanted to take a look. What did you do with the baby, though? What did you do with the double baby? That's everything? I like that it has music. I like that the medical imaging device has eerie music. That's a good touch. Akira Yamaoka did the soundtrack to our medical imager. Wow, that's pretty cool, bro. Well, bro, that's pretty cool, actually. Educational posters. Oh, motherfucker. What? No, I want to read it. Oh, I didn't realize they were separate things in here. Neat edition. I mean, we are in our mom's basement, technically. The researcher will seal off the enclosure bars, ensuring minimal gas leakage during the later fumigating process, and then retrieve the burn barrel and place it near the enclosure. That leaves 48 hours of time where the current growth cycle experiences no human-related stimuli. This means you, Ted. I know you're having sex imagination time in this room. You're thinking about anime girls. The monster turned into an anime girl last week. What do you have to say about that, Ted? I've seen your Honda CBR 1000. It's a waifu cycle. You have an Itasha, Ted. You don't drive it to the office wisely enough. Ted, we left you to watch the monster, and the next Monday when we came in, that thing was going ooh-woo. It sounded exactly like Sakura Miko. Now, how do you explain that? How do you explain that our eldritch horror turned into a waifu, Within 48 hours of you taking the helm, What do you think? What do you say to that? Hence the 48-hour rule. The weekend rule. Do not enter the enclosure area or any part of the basement. Ideally, you will not be on the grounds at all. Stay away from the thing before it becomes an anime. After 48 hours, 2 researchers will enter. 1 will leave. They're assigned a mirror mask. Bro, have you seen that movie? I remember I saw that forever ago. Like at a friend's house on DVD back when that's how you saw movies. And I remember it. I at least remember the end. Spoilers. But the last line is, I think you'd make a terrible waiter. And then they laugh and then he goes, what? Because he doesn't understand what the fuck she's talking about. It's kind of funny. Anyway. Mirror apron and powered air purifying respirator. I want a mirror apron. What the hell? So that whenever you look at me, you can see the hideous truth of your life staring back. Wall-eyed, wrapped with fear, turgid with terror. The researcher will use the vent system to fumigate the enclosure area. Wait 30 minutes, and then use the fan system to ventilate the enclosure. Keep the fans running during steps 3 and 4. Damn, this is like IKEA level, this shit. Oh my god. Like trying to build your own PC. Re-enter the enclosure area wearing your diaper, assigned mirror masks, and aprons. The organism may or may not be in complete dormancy. It is not. If it is not in full dormancy, be assured that its capacity to act against you will be greatly diminished. Don't worry. Oh, this is a minimum wage shit. I don't get paid enough for this shit. Minimum wage and minimum effort. You're telling me, oh yeah, go in with the Eldritch Hell Horror. You know, if it's not fully out still, its ability to rend your mind and cast you into an eternal realm of forever suffering. It's somewhat less than usual. That's fine. You got that, right? You're not, there's nothing to worry about. Nothing. Ah, really? With your assigned powered drills, quickly remove any enclosure bars needed to access the organism. Put them aside for later or reinstallation. Dude, put the organism into the burn barrel. Incinerate the organism thoroughly. Wait for any smoke to be properly cleared by the fan system. You gotta ventilate the remains of the organism. It's the only organism around here, that's for sure. Turn off the fans. One researcher will retrieve the nucleus from the ash and place it in the mirror box. The other researcher will sift through the ash and place any other substantial remains in the biohazard bin in the room outside the enclosure area. I hope I don't have to remember these instructions. I hope I don't have to incinerate my grandpa and return him to nucleus status. Surrender humanity, return to nucleus, you know? Hey, fuck returning to monkey. We're going all the way. We're going all the way to nucleus. The bin is locked for safety purposes. The code is up. Okay, hold on a minute. 323 245. Oh, is that the bin outside? Okay, yeah, I just got to remember the handy new little rhyme that they come up with. Okay, so it's 323 245. I don't know if it'll make me manually input it. Oh, the termination form. Dr. Hart is out of here. Ah, a conversation topic. Okay, we can talk about that. Dude. Oh, these are just trashes? I don't want those. Oh, you got rid of the girly posters? Come on, man. Maybe that would have been better not to do. Here, let me investigate. I bet. Oh, I guess that's not the bin. Ah, but where do I use this code? This mystery code. Oh, what's this? No, that's just that's the painting. Okay, okay. Is it? Oh, wait. Bottom drawer. No, this needs a regular key. This seems like the regular kind of key. It's a bunch of just detached faces. Okay, fine. Okay. Slouching under the weight of rotten refuse. Oh my god, is it describing my work history? Let's see. Strong smelling waste. Okay. What do I do here? Oh, I got a paper doll. Okay. Oh, never mind. Oh, I can summon additional folk. I see what you're getting at. Alright, so what do I do about this? I need a sharp edge, but I don't have anything for it. Maybe that's what I needed the fiberglass for. Trash. 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 Just like my rando lobbies in Overwatch, am I right? Dude, there's a straight up takeout box in there. These scientists were lazy ass. Motherfucking, they never cook for themselves. No wonder they can't afford their student loans, am I right? They just stop eating at the food trucks, they'd have a house by now. Oh, look, there's drinks over here too. This trash is too realistic. It looks like the bottom of a long-owned vehicle, and it's making it too real for me. I can smell this place now. I couldn't before. Well, let's see. Oh, he threw up the blueberries. That sucks. All right. Let's just try to get him. Let's try to teach his ass some words. No new vocabulary words, but okay, let's. No, okay. Oh, examine the contents. Motherfucker, I was supposed to make him throw up after that? Oh, great. I didn't think I could explore the stomach contents. I apologize completely. Bottom drawer. Let's do it. Pop this shit. Oh, what have I got here? A child. Oh, it's my mom. Well, back when she had hope. The recognition of this face kicks off a cascade of emotion and meaning deep within your psyche. Oh, that's gonna do a number on old grandpa. What the hell? Why won't you touch these other super distinct, interesting ass things? I guess I'm too emotional. Boom and blam and glue that shit together. All right. Let's see what Grandpa has to say about this. Can I... Oh, what happens if I just observe? You examine Grandpa, noting its movement, respiration, and general mood. Grandpa seems sort of sluggish and bored. You get the feeling it may be more content and readily cooperative once fed and taught a word or two. Can I feed Grandpa with this picture? I only have a battery. Yeah, sorry. Okay, guess I shouldn't have tried to feed it. Well, let's save our progress anyway. We gotta get more deets on this shit. Oh, what do I do with this hideous doll I just made? Okay, I'm running out of ideas where to go, bro. Was I supposed to like investigate more? Why can't I interact? These are very specific. I just don't understand it. Let me see then. So what did I do? What's the paper doll for? I don't understand it. It's kind of throwing some arcane puzzles at me right out of the gate. Can I use the key on the bulbous growth? I do have a key. Oh. Don't have a knife. I guess it wants me to have a proper blade. Okay. Gotta tell you, boys, I'm running out of ideas. I don't know if this makes any sense. All right. He's fed. Lower fridge is empty. Okay, great. Upper fridge is similarly vacated. Who on earth? Oh, I don't have any soft fruits left. Well, what the fuck? The battery, bro. That's all I got left of my name is a battery. I guess this would keep a kid from getting bored. Okay, it's still telling me to explore the basement, though. What on earth? More light to get into that dark area. But what? I've explored everything. What's left? I'm totally flummoxed. And it doesn't let me go back into the mannequin room. I just don't know why it would do that. Okay, it's dirty again. It's not... It's okay. One last attempt. Something about the painting looks strange, but I already did stuff to the painting. There was already just a note in there, and not even a vocabulary note. Oh, Grandpa, why are you doing this to me? It's so weird that I can't... Why would it give you these very, very particular abilities? All I can do is move my trash can around. Nope, there's not a single blessed thing I can click on. Not even regions of things. The only new thing I've gotten is the paper doll, the hideous doll I made. I don't know what to make of this. I'm very confused. This requires not only the ability to feel 0% fear, but you also have to be able to think in adventure game logic. Maybe there's something else in his puke. Oh, offer mother doll. Shit. Okay, a new option appears. All right, all right. Plan A, always go back to Grandpa and see if there's a new. He's not interested, for fuck's sake. Oh, what's this? There's more, there's textures in the puke, but I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Oh, wait. Was I crazy there for a second? Did I pick something up? My hands are stained with monster puke. What can I... Damn it. Where do I get them from? I get this part, but what on earth can I possibly do? I think this part would be playable with a controller. Why don't they have controller support? Anyway, offer mother doll doesn't do anything. All right, so that didn't matter. Is there anything new I can add to here? The mama doll. Does the mama doll show me anything? No. Huh. I'm getting full Minecraft villager, boys. I don't, wait. Did I search all? Oh, fuck. Oh my god. I didn't realize all these file cabinets were searchable. I thought they were just gonna be doxes. Okay, there's gotta be a card on one of these. There's gotta be a card on one of these. Come on, man. What? That's it? The tape down fabric. Oh, there was a secret. There was a secret. Damn it. All right, thank God. Okay, to my colleagues, I don't mean to be overly severe in tone, but Dr. Hart's work is very important and the material we work on is so potentially very dangerous. I'll be adding out a copy of this note as a reminder. I'm not trying to single any particular person out, Todd, but someone turned our very expensive research monster into an anime VTuber. And we're not leaving until we find out who. We all have misconceptions about what the nature of this project is from time to time. With that out of the way, here's some things to keep in mind. Let's start with what I call a compliment sandwich. The act of growth must be thoroughly terminated via the correct procedure at the very least 4 weeks after dormancy is interrupted. Just let it loose in the woods or something. It doesn't matter what you've done or haven't done regarding tests or procedures. You all have to take your turn cleaning the break room. I mean, you have to destroy the thing. A step-by-step guide to determination has been posted by the enclosure wall. Okay, please, please, please do not place the educational posters over this posting. I already got that, don't worry. Do not disrupt the anthropoidic vacuum without Dr. Hart's prior consultation and approval. In case of any emergency, where the vacuum is disrupted, put on your equipment and begin the lockdown procedure. Make an extensive note of when and how the breach occurred. If you find a little pulsing blob, don't fuck with it. Come and tell an adult. If you find the habitat empty, page Dr. Hart immediately, but do not attempt to speak with anyone else. This thing can get very smart. I'm sure you're all well aware from the stories we heard on our acquisition trip. The greatest caution should be used when dealing with a potentially aggressive mimicry scenario. Please seek me out when you have any more questions. All right, what do you got? This better be a goddamn card. Jesus Christ. Each growth from recycle does not require a shell, but you may find the sample will offer giant seeds on something somewhat flexible and grow into. I got something flexible I can grow into. Have you know what I mean? Well, it's not too flexible at the moment, if you know what I mean. Hey, I'm talking about my schedule. I'm very booked up. Very booked up. I can't make any more time for this monster. I don't want to caution my ass. That's right, Starboy. I am a small child, limited only by my genius level imagination. I'm gonna flip a bitch. I'm gonna open every single one of these bitches up. In the small amount of time I have spent with it in preparation, I've noticed it tends toward human forms. However, we should keep a tight lid on the anthropoidal seal in order to be cautious before we begin to experiment with exposing it long-term to anthropoid stimuli. I don't like being... Gee, Miss Finster, I don't think I like being called an anthropoid. Oh my god, how did I miss this? Please be a card. Please have a fucking vocab card. That's what I'm missing. Oh, there's just peanuts and shit. I can't believe this shit. I can't believe the shit I'm putting up with right now. Okay, I got cashews. That ass is cashews. Account of acquisition. It was said to pass from one family of steppe people to another, but pressed on its ultimate origin somewhere to the south, coiled in a bowl covered in incantations, buried upside down by a graveyard. Okay. The keeper, an elderly man in failing health, was ready to expound on and on about the dangers of the organism, but when I asked more pointed questions about the history of its acquisition, I was given curt responses that had a way of circling back to vague warnings. Fine, fuck them. Nothing, dude, please. Is that it? There's only 3? Wait, did I miss one? How is this happening to me? Oh, thank God. Cards. I've never been so thrilled to find a small piece of paper. It's a painted pine cone ass Christmas. All right. There's the second card. I'm going to take this back to Grandpa, and I'm going to teach him the word Grandpa. I'm going to teach his ass. Go to Grandpa. Teach Grandpa. Vocabulary word Grandpa. Let's go. We're here for it. Hard mode unlocked. Oh, shit. Oh, it's vibrating heavier. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha! Go for it! Okay. Man, I'm hauling ass through it this time. Man, I got better at this. Okay. Okay, gotcha. This is like first-person shooter. Man, just click and point. Point on the dot. If you click in the wrong spot, I think it unreddens it. Okay. Okay, great. Wow, that was way faster than teaching him hello. We are getting good at this. We are mastering the art of teaching Grandpa to say Grandpa. Hello, Grandpa. Having completed the lesson, you take a look at the back of the vocabulary module card and note they're written administrators best. Okay, all right. So, general pronunciation. Usual trouble with articulation. Voice, thin, raspy, possibly underdeveloped larynx. We have done several sessions of what we were calling a familial relation simulation. I and a co-researcher sit in the chairs opposite the enclosure. We're wearing the usual masks. And we begin to act out a scene, mostly through improvisation, that might roughly resemble a kitchen table conversation between an immediate family. That could mean anything, man. Did you see that episode of Star Trek with Darmok? Did you see that when Troy explained about linguistics for some reason, even though she's a counselor, not a linguist? Repeated trials would reveal, although our simulated conversation was purposefully vague and unspecific regarding persons and identities, it soon became apparent that the encoded information and associations we unconsciously drawn upon when hearing and speaking these words was being picked up on by Whiskers and its type field of reception interpretation of brain, mind, events, semantic content. That's too many slashes. It's too many slashes in one sentence. Give me a knife. My co-researcher William noticed this in a simulation where Whiskers was given a role as a sister and he as a brother. I was the dad. They just call me Daddy around here. Whiskers began responding to certain prompts with unusual specificity, as well as general pattern and timbre of speech that continued with unusual consistency. He's method acting, brah. As soon as the simulation ended and we left the enclosure area, because he was trying to turn it into a resurrected sister. I gotcha. William let me know that Whiskers was almost certainly drawing from encoded memories of his late sister. Mapping out exactly what regions and centers of neural activity are intercepted by the psi-type field will take extensive neuroimaging that we do not have at this site. Currently, we only have less precise portable equipment. However, our experiences so far are eerily in line with folk knowledge and folk explanations regarding the being's access to desires, and we can begin to infer it as access to certain portions of the limbic system and the ventral temporal cortex. Limbus Company. Still haven't played that. You step away from the bars and store the module card at the documents table. Well, shit, player. Let's observe his ass a little bit. Is he ready? Oh, he's sitting in the chair. Huh. He looks more cooperative. Let's give him the doll. Okay. Let's try to communicate with this motherfucker. Accedes to my request, approaches the bars and begins to unknit its skin. We're discovering things about ourselves and each other. I feel like we should be dressed in matching sweaters and sitting in a bathtub, like without water in it, that quirky indie movie scene, The inner grandpa, though still not fully formed, is revealed. It may be fruitful to speak with it, if it can respond. Oh, there's the guy. There he is. What do I got for topics? Grandpa's shell? Oh, how do you like that? Look at this guy. He's really coming along. With a great deal of effort, Grandpa gurgles fragmented thoughts through its ill-formed lips. Skin my body. All human skin around me. Give more. Wow, it's just like Hellraiser. To fit. All right, we'll feed you. We'll feed you, don't worry. Wish, Born from a Wish, Silent Hill 2. You got the Xbox edition of Silent Hill 2. Did you get the UFO ending? With a great deal of effort. Okay. Father. New lives out of the air. The dark, spiny filaments that make up the majority of Grandpa's body begin to oscillate rapidly. Dog, the air behind your eyes, I can taste it. Wow. It's just like in that one SpongeBob episode. All right, and one last question about the biohazard bin. Okay, he says, however, it fails to produce more than a wet and frustrated sputtering noise. Yeah, that's relatable. All right, that's enough separating for one day, Grandpa. You're done. That's plenty. You're good. He's growing. Well, we did feed him a banana, but he threw it up. And, oh, wait. Let me see. He doesn't seem interested at the moment. Am I good? 2 out of 2. Okay. What happens? Oh, I can end the week. I see. Our goals are fulfilled. We'll save the game and let's see what happens when we end the week. So let's see what happens real quick. Feels like it's been a week. Banana, lettuce, fiberglass, blueberries, concealed insulation, battery, and cashews. Now, that's a pretty good haul if I do say so myself. I'm a real breadwinner. I'm a real fiberglass banana winner. Oh, it's a lot of documents. I made a grandma doll. Knowledge you acquired this week has given you access to a new conversation topic. Language! All right. We'll be cunning linguists next time. Week 3. Oh, yeah. Week 1 was just discovering him. We didn't start growing them until week 2. It's been a fortnight. We're a straight up Fortnite gamer. All right, Mrs. Richards. Thought she was Richard's son. Am I crazy? Am I being gaslit? Did that happen? Did I misread it? Impossible. Approached me the other day in order to remark on Adrian's development. She noted how much more at ease she appeared when called upon in class or when asked to participate in group exercises. I told her I had seen this change happening as well, and that as much as I would like to take credit for it, I can only guess dimly at what might be reshaping her attitude. Her grandpa! She sees how hard he's trying, and she's inspired. Mrs. Richards posited that it was perhaps Adrian's family moving into their grandfather's property that caused the change. It apparently is out of the country in a wooded area. Out in the country, that makes more sense. Full of wide open space and far from the bustle and noise of the city. Ah, she had nerves. Her nerves needed rest. Like, we should give her some nerve tonic. Had heroin in it. The grandfather, Dr. Jacob Hart, had jointly purchased the land with the university he was employed with and began constructing what he had intended to be a satellite campus for a burgeoning psychological anthropology program he had in hand establishing. Instead, he turned into a weird thing in a basement. Now he's a burlap bag man. Yeah, put a little dirt under our pillow for the dirt man in case he comes to town. You know that one. Only one building ever ended up being constructed after Dr. Hart died in a car accident, quote unquote, when driving back from the property one day. Eerily, at almost the same exact time, a grad student who was assisting Dr. Hart on some sort of project at the property vanished without a trace. He got ate up by a bag monster. The property sat in disuse for years as it was tied up in legal battles between Dr. Hart's next of kin, the university, the vanished grad student's family, and the other students Dr. Hart was working with. Eventually, the case was settled out of court. Only recently did the property fall into possession of Adrian's mother. Obviously, I was not going to relay this whole tragic story to Adrian, who, for all I know, believes her grandpa to still be living in the basement of his home. Besides, I thought she might already know all of this. Perhaps the elaborate story she was constructing was her own way of escaping the morbid details of a life, or perhaps lives, cut short by the cruel force of fate and the cynical adults who squabbled in the aftermath. I determined perhaps the storytelling she was and continued to engage in should not be encouraged by me, at least not in the way I went about it before when I made active inquiries into her strange fantasy of a semi-sentient ball of skin. Pardon? When I saw Adrian, I did not bring up her grandpa or ask questions about his growth. Adrian could not stop talking about it, however. I had no choice but to weather her bizarre and enthusiastic effusions about her new best friend. Man, this dude talks just like I. Adrian, maybe we can talk about something else. I'm not sure I'm following you exactly. This grandpa hobby is great, but don't you have like a Sega Genesis or something? He's gotten so big. He has so many whiskers that come out and I can see them move around. I think about him. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm so happy Grandpa's back. He's so much cooler than Mom and Dad. I gotta admit, that eldritch grandpa in the basement is making you guys look like shit. As far as the Mom and Dad goes, they can't hold a candle to it. They can't compete. Once again, for what it's worth, I have to put down the story she told me as best I could. Adrian once again told me about growing her grandpa. Into the basement we go. Here, I'll save real quick and we'll wrap things up. Let's save the game. Hell yeah, bro! Now that, my friend, was a productive evening of grandpa growing. I think, we're making some serious progress here. Psychologically, spiritually, all other manner of stuff, it's going well. All right. That was an interesting little jaunt into grandpa country, but you know what happens? Purportedly in 2 days, that Shadow Sonic Generations comes out. There's a Splatfest this weekend. We're gonna be busy. I'm gonna splat, and I'm going to rap. I don't know if I'll gorilla at some point. I don't know how so many people are already playing Shadow on Twitch and stuff. I'm looking on with envious eyes because it actually looks pretty good. And I got it pre-ordered, obviously, but I can't play it. You must need to get like a special invite code or something. You must have to be a big swinging Cracker Barrel at the Twitch factory, big wheel at the Cracker Factory down on Twitch to get a special code or something like that. It's okay. I've waited 27 years. What's a few more days? So you better believe there'll be hedgehogs and squids. It'll be like Christmas. Jesus will be coming forth, making a meal of but one squid and a hedgehog, making loaves into hedgehogs. You know what I mean. I must, in any case, yes, me or good morning in the case of you Euro lads. In any case, Montania, new video tomorrow. So check back in roughly 12 hours, I think, 13 or so. Okay, bye.